in vibrant color, Miami moves to its own rhythm. Here, it's about standing out. And for a sport powered by personality and performance, this place is the ideal stage for beach volleyball's best in the progressive AVP League. Night one from Miami saw Brasher and Cruz, America's top duo, debut their winning ways in a destructive three-set thriller. While the gold standard, Phil Dahlhauser, took flight at a masterclass of monster blocks and scorching swings. Tonight, they return with momentum on their side, sights set on a weekend sweep. Welcome to the AVP League. A sun-drenched city coming to life as the light gets low. Welcome to Miami and the progressive AVP League. Now into the second night of action. From week 3, 8 city franchises vying for the Cup Championship. Right here with Progressive in Sephora Arena. The stage is set, 300 tons of sand dumped in to the biggest sandbox you've ever seen. It's the Austin Aces taking on the Dallas Dream. We'll start with the women down on the sand. Tonight, we have a doubleheader on tap. The Austin Aces and the Dallas Dream, it's Brasher and Cruz and Deberg and Flint, both in their second match of play in the 2026 league, both coming off of big-time wins. Then we'll head to the men's side. It's Benish and Crab versus Dahlhauser and Crab. We gotta love a Crab Boil 2.0 in back-to-back weeks. Hi everyone, Cameron Irwin alongside my good friend, the two-time Olympian Kevin Barnett. We finally get a chance to see Team TKN, Brasher and Cruz. Last night, they were simply destructive. What sets them apart in 2026?
Well, it's a pure partnership, kind of a throwback, right? A big defender and a little who can just glide through the sand and also cut you up. Taryn Brasher was big at the net, and she wanted to be big from the service line. All their offseason work seemed to come into shape, and everything they've been working on was in that match.
Let's take a look back at last night's match because it was something to witness against the Miami Mayhem. Kristen Cruz has just been fantastic as a defender, but it's that service pressure, Kevin, that I know you love from Brasher.
Yeah, I like when Brasher gets back there and just goes best serve. Don't worry about necessarily who it's to, but put some pressure on the opponent. And then her partner, 16 kills, 21 digs, just one hitting error in over 30 attempts. That is a lethality that is important for a team that has been at #1 in the world, not just in the USA.
Another strike for Kristen Cruz. You're going to see her lethal in transition. She's just 5'6", but so dangerous at that stature. A look to the AVP Cup standings. It's a combination of both your men's and women's pairings. Every city franchising have one of such. The San Diego team now at 3-1. LA, those two teams already in action in the first 3 weeks of play, but Miami and Dallas right in the mix. Miami off to a very significant start.
Miami's my favorite.
You think so?
Yep.
For the Cup this year?
Absolutely.
The defending champs, the Palm Beach Passion, might have something to say about that, although they did take a loss yesterday. As we take a look to the Austin Aces, we've said their name a multitude of times because, yes, they are Olympians. Taryn Brasher and Kristen Nuss, they picked up the win. Honestly, you watch Kristen Cruz, whether she's scooping in the backcourt or hitting cut shot after cut shot, she simply is remarkable. What's the next level of her game?
The next level of her game is more power. That's what she worked on the offseason. We saw that at the net. Extra pop on her swings to make her a little less diggable. You know she can carve it up, so when she gets a good approach, gets those mechanics right, she can really heat it to the defender or to a spot.
They are the 2022 and 2023 AVP Team of the Year. We'll look to the 6'4" Taryn Brasher. They stole a few inches from her. I'm going to tell you right now, she's one of the biggest blocks in the world, and she has become outright destructive as an attacker.
Goal for her this year was to become more effective from the service line. She had 4 aces. Also to be bigger at the net, more impactful scoring points. She had 4 blocks. mission accomplished. We'll see if that continues to play here in match number 2, but they're off to an excellent start.
What's so fun, you look at the 4 athletes that are about to hit the sand, all of them coming from an origin story outside the state of California. This woman right here, Kristen Cruz from New Orleans, Louisiana.
I talked to Kristen after the match, talked to both of this pair, and they said that yesterday was an exercise in just playing free. They tried to worry less about the strategy, the last point, but just go out and maximize what they were doing. Said it was a different way to play. Don't worry about errors, kind of swing free. They were happy with how it went. Let's see how they start this one.
Every single set was a due set in overtime in that matchup. As we look to the opposition, the Dallas Dream, Kylie Deberg, Betsi, Flint. This is a new partnership to 2026. What do we know?
They outperformed expectations, I think, and we also find out how much they really benefit one another. The game of Betsi really melded well with Kylie. All of her ball control when she was getting served was allowing Kylie to use the height, use the power, and tee off on 2. We'll see where they start in terms of serving from the Austin side. I would probably go after Kylie Deberg because of the threat that they put up last night.
This team did pick up the win by way of an injury retirement last night over the Palm Beach Passion. Melissa Montepretis went down with a hip injury, but nonetheless, they were up 8-5 in the 3rd set as Kylie Deberg makes her way out to the sand, the product of Hudson, Iowa. You mentioned the new partnership, but the return of Betsi Flint to the AVP League.
What we found out last night is Betsi's instincts are still true and accurate. She was getting under dig after dig and making plays. Now, the question will be, can she convert those 21 digs at a higher rate into kills and points for her side? That's going to be the challenge tonight. That's probably been her focus for the last 24 hours, is to make sure that she converts to score to keep the pressure on the other side of the net.
I would say she took the 2025 season off, but she did anything but. The birth of her 2nd child, now just 9 months old, little baby Odin. And Cora, you can guarantee you watching and cheering the supermom on Betsi Flint. Great to have her back with the AVP League. Taryn Brasher, Kristen Cruz, TKN on the left.
So watch here. Taryn Brasher on the left-hand side, the taller of the 2 in the Austin uniform, was the target yesterday in terms of reception. Do they continue that? Does Dallas feel like that was a good scouting report nugget? They do not.
Right to the sideline and the quick option play by Taryn Brasher. Doug, Cruz, 2nd look. Composure from Flint, a little jump set, can't find the footing. Scooped, and shot to the corner.
So when you're 5'6", you have to find angles, you have to find control, and this roll shot over the top is just an example of control at the end of a very long rally. When we talked to Kristen, she said, I feel like we have an advantage being down in the Louisiana heat. It's never going to be too hot, it's never going to be too difficult. You could probably go forever inside of a rally when you're inside the confines of this beautiful soundstage.
Most comfortable setting in all of beach volleyball. We'll talk about the option play throughout the entirety of this match. Option, of course, going on 2. Here comes Kylie Deberg. One of her best skills, a tough serve. Loads. And another perfectly calculated shot.
Yeah, jumbo to the corner, and you notice how far off the net Taryn Brasher is putting her partner Kristen Cruz. She's leaving a good 4 feet of space so she can work around, over, and to the back of the court.
See Betsi Flint awaiting on the right side, again having taken the season off. Maybe number 2, she's still been trying to find her offense back in the game. We're rocking the mom card nice and hard as she sets up a perfect set.
Allotment Miles Partain here to cheer on their counterparts on the women's side. I really like the aggressiveness from Kylie. The more aggressive she can stay offensively in those off positions, the better. Utilize her height, utilize her power that made her a top performer in high school and college.
Full send for Betsi Flint. Trying to beat the block. Is there a touch is the question.
No, Kylie actually had both hands up, pulled her left, and then reached across with her right. And Kristen was trying to wipe it off her hands and missed.
Betsi Flint, one of the best servers in the United States. Tough float. Walks into that one. 3 steps, checks down, and a little too much power.
So same story as last night thus far. You see how many times Betsi Flint is right on the read. The short angle, she's got it. The over the top, she's got it. She's made a number of plays, but it's all about putting that ball away afterwards, finding the mark, finding the touch. That's where you're going to see a little bit of rust for a little while.
18 months without jumping. But her partner's doing it just the same. There's the edge that we've known from Kylie Deberg. This is when she's at her best. A little stare down through the net.
Do you want some tune?
Absolutely.
You want some tune with the kill? Watch the end of this one.
Right in the face of Taryn Brasher.
Yeah, and a splash of sand to go with it. Yeah, this might just be the right kind of symbiosis for both partners. The steadiness, the experience of Betsi Flint, able to put Kylie Deberg at comfort so she can just be physical and destructive around the net.
Betsi saying she loves the competitive fire of her partner as Brasher strikes right back. Brasher known in the 2026 season to be a little bit more formidable as an attacker. Might see some more force out of her. This last one just showcasing the finesse. Mentioned training out of Louisiana, originally out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Tough serve through the middle. From behind her head. Net's moving, but no call.
The ball probably bouncing around up there, and then another extended rally between the two. Deberg with good touch.
Sephora Arena playing host to week 3. Sold out nights back to back. Everyone enjoying the view.
Saw more people on the sand than I've ever seen in between our sets here. Mark Sherman had people going. Between matches, it was electric in here, and basically just a party.
Well, you know the night doesn't start in Miami till about 7 o'clock.
Yeah, we're pre-gaming. With the big games.
Dallas now out to a 2-point advantage. Pass gone south for Brasher as she pummels one. Popped and dropped.
Okay, there's where the game can be for Kylie Deberg. Can she be composed enough off that dig by her partner? You're gonna go over on 2. You gotta go to a spot. You can't just lay it back into the flow of the play here. I wanna see like her slap it back to the corner. She's gotta be able to see where the defender is. That's a tough play. She has a lot to learn in that quick reaction space where you're trying to process a lot of information. Nothing but reps and time will give you that.
Winningest player in NCAA beach volleyball, now on the defense. Cruz sets up her partner. They continue to hit the high line. It's shot after shot right now. Does that surprise you against the Dallas Street?
I don't know if it surprises me. I think they have those shots. It's just maybe a matter of where they wanted to go, where they think they can exploit the dream. There's not a lot of tape on this team, so I think you're just trying to execute on your side.
Lift from Flint. Double axe handle overhead. No contact, too challenging for Kristen Cruz.
Well, Cruz is going to paint the edges. We've seen her a number of times go right to the back line. Here she's working down the sideline by going inside out on that ball.
Now on a 3-0 run, the Austin Aces with a 1-point advantage and one just before the switch. Timeout taken.
That's nice standing floater. Good day, Waterloo is real good stuff. It's going up for just a buck, I do believe. Outside, get yourself a Waterloo sparkling water, bold flavors, extra bubbly, hydration, no sugar, no sodium, no calories.
Join us next week from Las Vegas, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, right here on the CW for the Progressive AVP League. We're taking over the Strip, and you're not going to want to miss a minute of the action.
4 weeks in a row to open AVP League play in 2026. This has been quite the treat. We've now seen everyone in league play open their individual and franchise seasons
Austin is doing exactly what I would expect Austin to do. They're being technically efficient and disruptive at the net. You're talking about a team that came from out of college and success and burst onto the professional scene here in America first, as well as becoming the #1 team in the world and then Olympians. They continue to be on the rise, and I love the way they're managing their partnership, staying together, communicating. This is a team that hopefully will spend 10 years together and have it be a huge success for themselves as well as the country.
Saw them win their pool back in Paris. They're looking for a podium come LA 2028. Falling backwards yet again. We mentioned these two training out of Louisiana. It does provide a little bit of a unique circumstance in terms of who's next to them, how they're leveling up their game. Somewhat of an advantage at times and disadvantage at others.
Disadvantage is you're not seeing top talent all the time on the other side of the net. They play against college players, some juniors players. Advantage is no one sees you, so they don't get any look at what you could do. No chance to match up except when you come to the tournaments. So that's video study that the opponent has to do very quickly. And in the case of a debut weekend, they have to do it without any opportunity to get a look at what the Austin Aces have to offer in 26.
A look back, Betsi Flint on the full chase. Again, picking up the win. This team sits at 1-0, as do the Austin Aces in their debut weekend. Some of the best women's pro beach volleyball players found right here in the progressive AVP League. Olympians everywhere you look. Escaping the AVP Cup League Championship. The Austin Aces still looking to find some hardware in 2026.
I like Taryn Brasher staying aggressive from the line. Kristen Cruz does not miss a lot of serves in general, so I would definitely allow my partner to just get after it and build the skill throughout the year.
Brasher continuing to showcase the soft game. Cut shot back to the right. Brasher and Cruz, their history goes back to LSU. Going 50-0 alongside one another in their final seasons.
There's that on-2 game. An on-2 game has two parts. One, the control of the reception here by Betsi Flint. She has to be able to put it in a hittable position. Two, Kylie Deberg has to be able to approach, decide if it's hittable, and then execute.
Traditional offense on the side of TKN. I'm glad they stuck with TKN. Both married in the last year or so. They even lived in the same building, only 105 steps from one another, but it's now time for full adulting. Kristen Cruz purchasing her first home. They're moving Wednesday of this week. There's some work to be done still.
They close Wednesday, right? You get the keys,
right.
You're right over there.
It's the furthest distance they will live apart. 5 years as the tough serve comes from Taryn Brasher. Great effort. Struck right back by Brasher.
You put everything into making that play, and your reward is to be 2 down, trying to pick up one of the more powerful attackers. One-time Creighton indoor star who went on to the beach. And I like this middle serve with a lot of pressure from Brasher. And I like just going on 3 there. You've got the big attacker. I think a lot of people would be tempted to just go over on 2 and try to do something fancy and weird. Nice patience from Kristen Cruz. Stood herself up with that toss. That's a bad toss. The only closed chain skill in the game is serving. Kristen was trying to manage that, but she didn't give herself enough lead into the court to effectively get on it.
The LMU product, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, Betsi Flint. Just simply too clean from Austin. Finding the top of the tape. Another, shifting her defensive position and right back. It's simply too much offense on the side of Austin.
Yeah,
too many corners hit here. How many Wilsons is that in the corner pocket here in set number 1? Is that 3 or 4 from Kristen Cruz?
It's got to be at least 3.
Brasher and Cruz hitting 409 and 211 on the other side.
And another just off the edge. It's hard for Kylie Deberg trying to stay up there at the net.
Yeah, ruthlessly efficient right now on this 3-0 run.
Set point in our best of 3 contest. Pushing back Flint, no option coming. Just wide. Austin secures the first. Troy Field and Ryan Wilcox, the men's pairing for the Austin Aces, cheering on their gals. Efficient performance from the Austin Aces. Dallas trying to hang in, but simply not enough there.
Yeah, that's how you draw it up. Kind of an even distribution there. 6 kills for Cruz, 7 for Brasher. Brasher hitting 583, 3 control blocks. A couple of service errors and no aces yet, but close. Definitely created some points.
Over the course of the 8-week regular season, every city franchise will get a chance to play in 4 weekends. You're trying to find your individual competition and your pairing record, as well as your city franchise to find that cup. Miami, a look at their schedule. You get a chance to see them in Central Park and, of course, out at East Hampton. We're getting bougie in the month of July, heading out east. And, of course, everyone trying to find those wins for the Dallas Dream. They're scheduled, again, just debuting here in Miami. They'll be in Vegas next weekend. Long Beach, the home of LA 2028, facing off against Miami and Brooklyn. And they'll close out the regular season in Dallas. My question is, do you think we're going to be crowning a regular season cup champ in Dallas or a week prior?
Gosh, I'm going to go with Miami the week prior.
You think
They're
so?
my favorite. Yeah, I think both teams are very strong. Cheng and Kraft, the new partnership, along with Benish and Crab, also a new partnership there. I like the way that both have started. I think they're the strongest 4 in the entire league.
Let's talk some new partnerships in 2026. Who do you think has the highest ceiling?
The highest ceiling, both the Miami teams.
Get a chance. That's Taylor Crabb and Andy Benish. They're going to be coming up next here on the CW and on the sand, facing off against Trevor Crabb and Phil Dahlhauser, the defending champs from 2025.
Yeah, Taylor Crabb's off to a torrid start, right? He's been swinging more. He's been digging a ton of balls. You take Andy Benish, who's become the best big man at the net in America, following in Phil Dahlhauser's footsteps. On the other side, you have the creativity of Cheng with the big transition attacking of Meg Kraft, who's also proven herself to be a threat from the service line.
You can catch all the action. Join us all summer long as we look to set 1 stats. Austin picking up the first 15-10. We talked about the offensive efficiency without question on display.
Yeah, and those 3 control blocks turning into points, right? Caught a couple double axe handles, rolling those corners, rolling those lines. Cruz just cutting them up.
How common is it to see double-digit digs in a single set?
Not that common. Even on the women's side. On the men's side, it almost never happens, except, oh, wait, the last crab boil that we had, and we'll have another one here where Taylor Crabb had 12 in the first set up there in Aspen. So Kristen Cruz last year, I mentioned she does not miss a lot of serves. All of last year, Kristen Cruz, 9 aces, just 7 errors. So with that kind of basis, you can allow your partner to take a little bit more risk. Nearly had an ace there to open set 2.
Chops another.
Her check down, her ability to look at the defense on the other side and decide where to go, that's one thing that makes her totally unique. Watch the look she takes right before she swings. She'll put her head down, ball is set, she'll put her head down, and then she'll decide where to go. You can watch that even in live time here over the next few plays. Keep your eyes on Kristen Cruz, who's coming from the service line right now.
Another tough serve. Troublesome. Dallas has to get themselves sorted.
Now, that's not going to be an ace in the overall category, but same effect.
when a new partnership takes place, what are some of the first things that you have to prioritize in terms of finding your strategy?
Oh, who's going to receive serve? How does it get called? How do you adjust before the play? And then into the play. Also setting, what kind of ball do you want? What's the best location? And there's so many different permutations inside of a rally. It takes a long time to learn those nuances of where, how high, how far off the net your partner is best set up for success.
All pieces that the Dallas Dream is still working through just in their second match.
First question for any player trying to come to the beach, like a Brasher, like a Deberg, can they set?
Playing against Taryn and Kristen, the defensive setup has to be a nightmare. You have to deal with the option play, the power game, as well as the finesse, and it has been all finesse after set one, now into two. They finished the 2025 regular season with the best record on the women's side, but didn't walk away with the championship. Went 7-1. There's a big rip. They need some more of that. How important does Betsi Flint become in this partnership, especially when you have the physicality of Kylie Deberg?
I think it's on and off the court. It's just learning to play the game, learning to be a professional, learning how to manage situations, how to be steady in the face of, in this case, an excellent team on the other side of the Austin Aces. There's so much to learn from a woman like Betsi Flint, who has that breadth of experience now at 33. She's played and taught for so long.
Played at LMU, coached at LMU. Oh! The net violation steals the highlight from Kristen Cruz.
No matter the success that the Dream had this year for this partnership, no matter how long this partnership stays together afterwards, I like this for Kylie Deberg. I like this experience of having Betsi Flint as an influence.
Look back, net violation, just that last minute off-balance move from Taryn Brasher.
Should have done a few less pull-ups. The lap wouldn't have gotten in there. That was clever.
Betsi Flint receiving every single serve thus far. There's a good ball. It's a problem when both the block and defense end up in the same location.
Yeah, and the blocker, in this case, Taryn Brasher, just could not stop quickly enough and back pedal. Couldn't really get a good spot to play that ball up.
Last year, you saw Kylie Deberg playing alongside Haley Harward. Building confidence, she said, in 2025.
Well, Taryn's gone all non-power here, and it really is working. She's picking apart the defensive Dream. Saw a lot more power from her yesterday. Here she's gone exactly the opposite direction.
Now into double-digit territory. Fighting off the middle serve. No approach, no problem, but Flint's on it. Slowing down the arm swing again. It's a problem when your court vision's that good.
Well, play and go. Said that Taryn Brasher had not gotten far enough off the net to make the pulling play. Here, a different story as she gets another step back. Right there, she's able to pop it up off the heel of her hand. She got just far enough to make that play even possible in transition.
The Dallas Dream taking an extra second now between serves, trying to get themselves sorted. Flint finished the 2024 season with the LA launch, playing alongside Julia Donlin as that ball completely shanked in Sephora Arena.
Well, Betsi Flint is just in trouble with service reception line to line, getting eaten up by that float serve. This is a really frustrating place to be as a player when you're getting served constantly. There is nowhere to hide. I mean, teams indoors will target you. and your three-person receive, they'll come after you. Here, it's way worse. You know you're getting the next ball. You've been struggling. You have to find a place to fall back, and sometimes that's technical. Get your platform out early. Move your feet. Tell yourself some message.
Riding the ship there, but again, another defensive performance. Kristen Cruz. All she does is scoop and deliver.
I agree with Troy Field right there. His reaction, that is how you cut a ball.
Now on a 4-0 run.
I thought switchblades were illegal in most states. This is just beautiful. Look at how the angle she dials up here. Combination of topspin, power, and angle placement. All of them on point to have a ball that is 3 feet off the net and less than a foot to the sideline.
Deberg choosing not to go with the option. Giving her partner some love. Incredible to see the return of Betsi Flint back to the professional ranks. She had her first little one, Cora, and it's one thing to come back after the first baby. It's a whole other ball game to come back after two.
Yeah, I said she's momming so hard, and she's working through some iron deficiency. Odin, really a demanding baby during his development, and still working with some of that. When we talked to her, she was pulling over in the car. She was pumping to make sure that Odin was going to be all right and fed while she's gone. This is a woman doing it all and coming back professionally. Such a fantastic story to watch. She's going to get nothing but better over the course of this AVP League season.
Simply an inspiration to all female athletes on their rise to the professional ranks. Extended set, different look for the offense.
Deberg can get dangerous from the line. I would let her loose here. 15-10, 10-6. Give her a message of confidence. Go back and hit it.
You like that one?
I do.
Crafty almost baited. Betsi Flint waited in the backcourt.
You just don't know where Kristen's going to go. This is a non-ideal situation, but you notice her mechanics, the way she sets up with her feet, right in line with the ball, and a nice double arm lift, maximizing where she's at, and all that pre-positioning allows her to then decide with her arm where she's going to go. Angle, line, short, or deep. Oh, that's going to get eaten up.
Too much hesitancy from the Dream. And Kylie can't chase it down. Another ball sprayed. There's no stopping the Austin Aces.
And then you drop in the variation, right? That's the first time we've seen her actually unload on a ball. So you're looking for the shot, and all of a sudden, Kristen Cruz gives you the heat.
Kristen Cruz talking about just getting 1% better. Specifically, a little bit more velocity on that arm swing. Drew Hamilton back home, their coach. They've worked with him since their days at LSU. Been working on stretching out that arm.
I know those TKN fans are out there. I know you have a bunch of TKN merch. Let's move forward.
Your favorite board games are now your favorite game shows. All new seasons of Trivial Pursuit hosted by LeVar Burton and Scrabble hosted by Craig Ferguson every Thursday beginning at 8/7 Central right here on the CW. What's your best Scrabble word, Kevin?
Xanadu.
Xanadu, that is
on
a
a
great
triple
word.
word score. Someone sent me what that total would be. I'm not exactly sure.
You can catch all the games also right here with the AVP League. Just in our third week of a fantastic summer.
I love the way they're playing, and I want to see some police-style merchandise for this pair. Okay, Brasher and Cruz is for sure the name of a police drama. I want some hero shirts. I want some shots. I want some new merch coming out from the Austin Aces people, the TKN fans. There is the gauntlet. It is in front of you.
The Austin Aces are going to put you in some handcuffs with digs like that. Slap back. Double down on the defense, and Lady Luck on the side of Dallas Dream.
Betsi Flint is seeing all the serves and all the work here in the second set. She's been served 11 times to just once for Kylie Deberg.
Now is the time, volleyball fans. Let your player here. Let's go. Let's go. Make some noise.
It's time for the Dallas Dream to find their surge. Down one set. And staring down the barrel of Taryn Brasher. Flint off the edge, free ball coming. Right through the middle. Effort paying off.
Good moment for Dallas here, back-to-back points. Betsi Flint again showing those instincts. Nearly had the kill off the first dig right there. That was a really nice reach. One of the things Kristen Cruz does well is follow her partner to make that next contact, and that was kind of a you have it, no, wait, you take it moment. Somebody has to stretch an arm out and get after it. We saw Dallas make a good comeback last night, pardon me, at the end of a set. Could be here again.
Another error on the side of the Austin Aces. Climbing is Dallas.
Remember, it took 5 set points for Palm Beach to close the first set on Dallas last night. That momentum carried forward to the next set, which was won by the Dream. They can go on runs.
I like it. Bring back the forcefulness. Kevin's almost dropping his jaw right now. He can't believe that swing.
Yeah, that was nice. Way to recognize nobody up and just have at it off of that tough pass.
The Austin Aces speaking with us this week, saying they knew they had to start fast and aggressive, as that toss is well behind that of Brasher. She's managing. Top deck, here comes Deberg.
Yeah, a whole play off for the Aces there. That one's stuck in the hand, and that's why you get your toss going right on top of your head. Good choice here by Deberg. Again, the push from Betsi, the confidence in her partner.
Kylie,
she'll get on that ball quick.
Kylie Deberg just in her 3rd full year playing professional beach volleyball. It's been all about growth. Alongside Betsi Flint, she might just find the veteran experience she needs. But right now, they are back against the wall. Match point for the Austin Aces. To start the season, 2-0. Doug, does she work the cut? A little extra power and a second chance. Crafty right down the line. The Austin Aces in straight sets.
Austin Aces, the better team on paper. They come out and prove it in straight sets. I love the way they played. I love the ruthless efficiency of it all.
It started with Kristen Cruz, the passing, the digging, and Brasher displaying great court vision and execution.
Yeah, it's tough when both partners are doing what they do best to find any glimmer of hope. They did not let Dallas have the remote chance of taking either of these first 2 sets.
The Austin Aces, your winners here in Miami. Let's catch up with Kristen Cruz, Taryn Brasher, and our man, Mark Sherman.
Absolutely, Taryn, yes. So I come over here, I'm chatting with Taryn and Kristen. Taryn is like, please talk to Kristen. We're gonna start on Kristen, but we're coming back to you, okay? Kristen, fantastic job. You started off the match with 2 jumbos. I feel like that's your signature shot. Tell the fans at home about that jumbo shrimp shot.
All I know is yesterday, Kelly was jumboing the crap out of me, so I was like, I was inspired. I had to hit some jumbos tonight. So yeah, that was kind of why.
Well, they were on target. They were very nice. Now, Taryn, I am going to make you answer a question because we are live on TV and that's what the people want. But I am going to let you, Taryn, do what you want to do on the mic with the people at home and with the people in the crowd.
Hi, everyone. We are going to do the Austin Aces cheer. Come on, boys. Okay, everybody ready? follow Kristen, Troy, and Ryan. We're gonna go Austin, Aces,
At home, too.
Austin.
Yes, even in Miami. Nice job, everybody. Fantastic job. Yes, the Austin Aces. I know you don't have a home court this year, so it's here in Miami. You got fans everywhere.
Where is our home?
Everywhere is home for the Austin Aces. Wherever you're watching at home, they say that is their home as well. Taryn, Kristen, fantastic job. Great job in week number 1 for the Aces.
Great job, Mark Sherman. I like the new Austin Aces cheer. I think that one's going to stick. You think so?
Yeah, but we're going to have to get the crowd more.
It's all about the education. They start off 2-0 in the AVP League as we take a look at our progressive performance. Why not? Kristen, Cruz. It was the jumbo back-to-back, the shots to the corner. Just simply efficient.
11 kills, 14 digs in a fairly short match, but she shortened it via her play because there were very few opportunities where she got a dig and did not immediately get the kill. That first ball transition kill was on point today for Kristen Cruz, and she showed you all the tools. Most of them shooting the ball around, but she also gave you a little pop one time. A little bit of a look at what is possible for America's #1 team.
The Austin Aces picking up the win, 2-0 on the weekend. The AVP League is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, ATV. Progressive protects them all. Learn more about bundling at progressive.com.